Today, I want to share with you some of the lessons that I have learned over the last month of VEDA. So VEDA, if you don't know, is a vlog every day in August. And the idea is to create some form of video content where you're in front of the camera every single day of August. And it just allows you to experience talking to a camera, getting used to uploading content regularly, getting used to creating content regularly as well. And also the idea around it is to simply do something and get it up there no matter what. So instead of worrying about big intros and music and all of the other stuff and making perfect jump cuts and clever creativity all around it, the idea is to record something and get it up there. And obviously if you can do all of that other great stuff because you're highly talented, then do it. But you don't need to. The idea is you get content up. And I've learned quite a lot of valuable lessons throughout this process, and just want to share with you 5 of the things that I have learned. And I've made sure I'm prepared this time. I've got right underneath, you can't see it, I've got a nice little script, like 5 bullet points, so I don't get lost. And I recommend it. Instead of buying a teleprompter, just get an A4 sheet of paper or letter-sized piece of paper and stick it right in front of you. Perfect. Okay, so the first lesson I have learned is that you can make time. So I've actually been able to create 31 pieces of content in 31 days. You can make time. It's not as hard as you think. And I think what happens is perfection gets in the way. So we end up taking way too long preparing, or we spend way too long recording and re-recording, etc. So in our minds, therefore, trying to record a video is super complicated. It takes a lot of time, and you eventually just discount it. You put a big red cross against that for another day. No, I'll save that till tomorrow. And then that day gets busy. No, I'll save that till tomorrow. So by doing a vlog every single day, I've realized that I can make time. And obviously with the practice as well, I'm able to get quicker at producing content. So the second point as well is that I actually know more than I realized. I know a lot more than I realized. I've been forced to unpack all of these subjects over 31 days. And yet I'm able to write down one sentence as the subject of today's video. And then as I talk to the camera in a kind of conversational flow, as if I'm telling you my experiences and that, it all flows out naturally. You don't realize how much you know until you actually get into a conversation where someone asks you a question, and then suddenly all this stuff comes out of your mouth based on all the experiences that you've had over the years. And you think, you know what? I don't give myself enough credit. I do actually know an awful lot more than I thought I knew. And just think back to when you've had conversations with other people and you've kind of walked away and thought, where did that come from? I've known that all the time though. I realize I've known that all the time, but that wisdom that I was able to share with people, brilliant. I didn't know I had that. And VEDA is so encouraging for that because again, you're forced to put content out there on a daily basis. You're being asked questions by the community, and then by answering those questions, this natural outworking of your experiences comes out in a conversation, and you realize, wow, I do know more than I thought I knew. And I don't say that to become big-headed. It's to actually encourage myself and to encourage you as well, that you have amazing content inside of your brain. You have amazing experiences that are absolutely worth sharing. So phenomenal. Loved it about VEDA. Third, comparison is a killer to creativity. Before VEDA, if you go back, I tried to create a whole series of cleverly done videos, and I was looking at other people and how they did their videos with their fancy roll-ins and fancy music. And I even tried, I think one of the earlier videos, I tried to do multiple angles, etc. And each video was taking me 3 to 4 hours. So if you go back to point 1, I was there. I was taking 3 to 4 hours. Larissa was with me. We were getting stressed. We were doing retake upon retake because I was comparing what I was doing to what other people were doing. And other people obviously had much bigger budgets than me and more people involved than just me and Larissa. They had a whole team involved and they were able to create amazing content. But by comparing what they could do versus what I was trying to do, I was setting the bar way too high. And I was giving myself all of this extra pressure that I didn't need. Therefore, I was trying to create a masterpiece and was taking hours doing it. So through VEDA, I've realized that I just need to share the content and go for it and set like I've got on this piece of paper, 5 bullet points or whatever it is, and then just go for the communication. Don't worry about filling in all the extras with jump cuts and fancy intros and all of that stuff that isn't necessarily needed, because what is important is the content that I've got to share. And sure, in the future, I can start to invest in a wider team and get people to help me out to make things a bit more slicker. But to get started, comparison is totally a killer to creativity. So don't compare yourself to other channels out there. If you want to get live with some content, be it a podcast or even be it video, whatever it is, just go for it, because all of the other stuff sure will come in time. But what is important is that what is in your mind is shared with other people. So comparison kills creativity. Stop comparing yourself to other people and just get your content out there. Get what you have to say and your message out there. It's been a flipping brilliant ride for me these last 31 days. And I highly encourage, if you can get involved either in a future VEDA or try and do some form of regular content sharing that you're going to share with a whole lot of people and have them be expecting that content. Just get the content out there. I think there's a Vlogmas coming out, and I think there's also some other event in September, I'm pretty sure. So as I find out about these, I'll try and share them in the comments below. Okay, 2 final points. First one is, of the 2, is be real. So be real, talk about your experiences. Don't try and talk about stuff that you're not an expert in or that you haven't experienced. Because I've actually found that the videos that connected the most with people were where I was being real, where I was speaking from experiences, talking about stress, anxiety, depression, all of those sorts of things that actually affect my life, or talking about, being robbed of joy on a project or in your agency, etc. Things that are real life, that are real to me, that I can speak from experience from, and that other people can connect with, were what people engaged with the most. So me trying to do a 3-point presentation on the best way to close a sale sure might be interesting. I didn't actually do that video. It sounds pretty cool, actually. But me doing that video would have far less impact than me actually speaking from my life, sharing my experiences and sharing me and being real with other people. And those sorts of messages have connected the most with people. So another thing from VEDA is being real, being myself, sharing from experiences, and talking about all the stuff that I know and that I'm confident on, that I've learned over the years, rather than trying to put myself out as an expert on anything else that I'm not confident. I tried a couple of videos at one point, can't remember the subjects, but the idea was I was trying to be all clever, and I didn't really have the life experience on those subjects, and it just didn't work. I did like 2 takes and then realized, sod that, I need to talk about me and life and my agency and what we've experienced. So keep it real. And then the final point is the accountability. The accountability of VEDA has kept me doing the videos every single day. Right now it's quite late at night. I talked about having time. It's been a super busy day. We've traveled right out of town to go and meet a family friend. And it's 8, 9 o'clock at night here. We're all tired, but the accountability of VEDA, there is a community expecting me to put out the 31st video today, and having that accountability is so powerful, and it helps me make the time and it helps me deliver the content, and it also makes me realize the responsibility that I have to deliver that content, to make sure it's good quality content, to make sure the content is me, is real, is from the heart, and is clear and helpful to people. So thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for holding me accountable. If you want to get into some form of video or podcasting or some sort of content creation, then accountability is going to be one of those things that are going to help you get over the line. We launched a podcast 2 years ago. That's the WP Innovator podcast. You can check that in the show notes below. And the only way I got that launched, again, was accountability, by telling people online I was going to do it and what date I was going to do it, and having people holding me accountable to that launch date. And it's the same with VEDA. I have had people holding me accountable for 31 episodes throughout August. So thank you to everyone who has held me accountable. If you've not had an opportunity to look through these videos, I'll tell you, try and just spot check a few videos over the last 30 days and see how the style has changed and evolved, and please feel free to comment. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, head on over to wpinnovator.com/group. There are over 1,000 designers, design agencies, WordPress gurus and geeks, and really cool people all hanging out, helping each other out. It's a group of peers where we can support each other and network. Be sure to check out the podcast on wpinnovator.com/podcast. Please do like this video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, I don't believe the dislike button works anymore. What a shame. And if you like this sort of content, then please subscribe, because we do have a content plan that will be hitting in mid-September on through to Christmas. So please hold me accountable to that. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Have a brilliant day, and we'll see you on the next video.